We have done till figure 2, right? So let us start with figure 3, that is model Delery and Shaw, forthcoming in 2002. That was the, this is definitely the recent, when the traditional version where the traditional model of strategic HRM that was discussed by Guest and then Baker, Hazlitt, Pickers and Spratt. And the third model is definitely as the newer versions are coming. So he focused on human resource management, and according to human resource management, workforce characteristic. So according to this model, Delery and Sau, which is forthcoming in 2002, it was way back 2002. So now in this figure or in this model, what he described is about a human resource management function, entire HRM function. So what is there? Staffing, training, appraisal, compensation, and job design. So according to human resource management strategy, workforce characteristics are actually defined. So according to our human resource management planning or human resource staffing design, we give a workforce a characteristic, that is their knowledge, skills, abilities, motivation, empowerment. All these are workforce characteristic. So means we can also say that these are the characteristic of workforce. Now these characteristics of workforce are actually extracted from the human resource management strategy. So according to the human resource management strategy, these characteristics are coming, right? Like the knowledge part, the skills part, how we motivate our people. So the characteristics of workforce, the employees are actually getting enhanced by the policies or the by the practices we are following in human resource management, right? And accordingly, workforce performance is being observed, or you can find the performance, workforce performance. So productivity is definitely dependent on the characteristic. So again, definitely this is also a delivery model, or this is also the model where we means the integration has been shown, means how the firm's performance, that is the sales, market share, profits or market value, is dependent on the workforce performance, which is actually dependent on the workforce characteristic. Now workforce characteristic composed of the motivation part, the empowerment part, the knowledge part, all these things are there. So ultimately you can observe in among these three models only that the last part, that the ultimate part, is the business. So ultimately in the entire strategic HRM part, what we are observing is HRM strategy and the business strategy, or the business part, the business outcome, is actually interlinked. It's totally linked now. So according to the HRM strategy, we gained our financial outcome. We get our financial outcome, which we can say as profits or ROI. Same happened in the model, means in this model also, Baker Hazlitt model, where he discussed about the market value. But ultimately, these are same. Either you say ROI, profits, or you say market value, both represent the same only. So these are related with the business or the HRM model. Here, according to business, we designed the HRM system, and here, according to HR strategy, financial outcomes are delivered. So same here also, in this model also, HRM and firm's performance is totally linked. So ultimately, in the entire strategic model, what we found is that everywhere the human resource management strategy is having a very, means it's largely influenced the firm's performance. Now, firm's performance is actually measured by its market share, its sales, its profit, and its growth, development, and all these things, right? So here, procedure to analyze the two data sets. This is simply the research part that they have done. Fine. So summary of the final factor solution for the two data sets, independent variable and description of contingency. This is simply the, means whatever content or whatever things they have researched on, these are the result of that. So we don't need to do this, but we understood. We can interpret from the above research that cooperation found the main construct. We have cooperation means everywhere in the HRM or TQM, we understood that HRM, the spread of information, these are few construct. Appraisal and role direct, appraisal, internal and external customer focus. These are the few points in which the actually research has been done, which are actually the base of high performance work systems. Fine. So this have been discussed here. So this is simply the research result. We don't need to study more on this. Fine. This is simply the research objectives and things are defined. So these were the three models that we discussed. Okay.